Now, 7 News on your side amid increasing reports of birds, hundreds of them, found blind, dead, or dying right here in the DMV. And we want to warn you that some of these images are difficult to see.
Yeah, this is a rough one. So what do you do, though, if you find one of these birds near your home? Here's 7 News' Heather Graff now with advice from wildlife experts and the search for answers about why this is happening.
Calls from concerned homeowners and neighbors about birds that appear to be blind, their eyes so swollen and crusty with discharge they're unable to fly.
It's really ramped up in the last couple of weeks.
So far, the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources says it's gotten more than 300 reports of dead or dying birds in the Commonwealth, but it's happening in Maryland and the district as well. A 7 News viewer took this video in Rockville, and experts say they're seeing it most often in grackles or blue jays, like you see here.
Large parts of the northern hemisphere have seen a partial solar eclipse today. The moon traveled directly in front of the sun in what's called an annular eclipse.
A rare solar eclipse that astronomers call a ring of fire took a bite out of the sun for more than an hour.
Because the moon's so far away from Earth, it didn't block out the whole sun, creating a ring of fire.
It's been a long time since we've seen this.
Oh yeah, Anthony, the Northeast, you've got to go back to 1959. That's before I was born. The next one, not until 2079. So this was my opportunity, my once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see it. It did not.
An eclipse at sunrise in the United States. One of nature's most dazzling sights, the moon gliding in front of the sun, taking a bite from the shining disk. And this was the view from Canada, where the northernmost parts of the world were treated to a full spectacle.
As it was rising, I mean, it was something to see, and you had all kinds of iconic pictures around the Northeast. The sun rose over that iconic New York City skyline. Great shots from the Jersey Shore as well.
But today's event has delighted many around the world with a display of a true celestial wonder.
Just a quick look. One story has caught my eye. This is in the Telegraph, and there's a new telescope that has detected hundreds of mysterious radio bursts from space, prompting a string of theories about where they're coming from. So fast radio bursts, very short, very intense pulses of radio waves, first discovered in 2007. But there's been a whole load of them found recently. The Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment, known as CHIME.
That is easier.
They've been using a radio telescope in British Columbia. 535 new FRBs of these pulses in a 12-month period, 2018-2019. Is someone sending us a message from out there?
Have they established whether or not that is the case?
No.
Oh.
No, they haven't.
How do they know if it's not just a glitch in the machinery?
Well, they say it's more than that, but something is happening out there. There's something happening out there. Just by way of information, a lot of people are interested in UFOs. Apparently, I wasn't aware of this. Very shortly, the government is about to release, which they do periodically, their UFO investigations, which sort of remain behind closed doors. That's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who knows?
Crippling drought across multiple states. The alarming images tonight of Lake Mead at the Hoover Dam. It's part of the Colorado River system, the water supply for 40 million Americans.
Well, by tomorrow, Lake Mead is expected to drop to its lowest level in history. Some 40 million people, including all of us right here in Clark County, rely on the reservoir for water. And as ABC's Matt Gutman explains, you may start noticing the effects of the water shortage very soon.
Tonight, the images of this mega drought are writ across the Southwest's landscape. Bathtub rings around reservoirs show where the water once was. Boat marinas and fields bone dry.
This part of the Colorado River system is a crucial water supply for Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Southern California. It makes the vast agricultural land of the desert Southwest possible.
This landscape screams problems to me. I mean, just look at the bathtub rings. To me, that is an enormous wake-up call.
Much of the water the dam is supposed to be holding back is gone.
We begin with breaking news in the Lake Tahoe area. A series of earthquakes that caught a lot of people's attention tonight. The largest of the quakes, a 4.7 magnitude.
We're rocking and rolling up here.
A longtime Tahoe dweller, Lynn Thompson, shaken by a morning earthquake.
This summer, I have felt two of the strongest that I've ever felt.
The most recent quake was part of a sequence that started late last month. Well, this area has seen a number of earthquakes over the last month.
Well, a troubling sign on Bay Area beaches. Another whale washing ashore, this time in Pacifica on Lindemar Beach. In the past 4 months, a dozen dead whales have washed up on Bay Area shores.
Tracking that 3.6 earthquake that woke a lot of people up in the South Bay early this morning. Take a look at this map. This is where the epicenter was when the shaking started.
A quick reminder that a lot of people, the most common fault that they know about is the San Andreas Fault. However, this one happened on the Calaveras Fault. So for those of you who are new to the Bay Area or maybe don't know, we actually have 6 significant fault zones.
But we did talk to a number of people who did feel it. Here's what they had to say.
Well, I was, it woke me up, so it was just a shake, and then I didn't know, what it was. I didn't know something fell in the house, but then there was that second shake, and I was like, okay, that was definitely an earthquake.
Yeah, it was too scary because I see everything move, and for like 10 seconds, everything move. They're a little bit scary, yeah.
3.6 is respectable. I mean, that's like a decent wake-up call.
Yeah, you'd certainly expect to feel some shaking in the area, so stay tuned.
Also new at 11, 3 more dead whales popping up in San Francisco Bay. The Marine Mammal Center confirming the recent discoveries in a news release this morning. Now, it says that the whales are believed to have washed ashore between April 27th and May 4th in Tiburon, the Port of Oakland, and Angel Island State Park. Now, due to the locations, the mammals being inaccessible and unsafe, the center says they have not determined their cause of death. NBC Bay Area's investigative unit, they've been tracking the cause of all of these dead whales popping up in the San Francisco Bay.
So perhaps you've heard about birds dying or seeming to struggle, either in your neighborhood group chat or unfortunately maybe you came across a dead bird yourself. And so now the question is are the cicadas the cause?
It's not impossible that it's not cicada related, but it's not overly likely.